Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy speaking in Washington after a meeting with Donald Trump at the White House. Let's listen in.
Plan of topics and questions, and so in any way, thank you so much. Thanks to United States team. We spoke about air defense. It's important for us, even now when we speak with you. Yes, a lot of drones in Ukraine. They attack our civilians, attack our families, our children. We decided that we will work more with productions and etc. And yes, that the question is with all this, lines and orders with time schedule. So this is very difficult question. So we will try. All our teams will try to manage how to change the order of one country, which systems are ready already with our order. So it's a difficult process. In any way, this, I think, positive signal that we will work on it. We understand the number, what we need, and we understand where to get it. And it's a pity we understand the challenges, how to get it. Then we spoke about also about long range, of course, and I want not to make statements about it. We decided that we don't speak about it because nobody wants, this United States doesn't want escalation and etc. So this we will be out of the questions about it, out of the answers, sorry, about it. And also we spoke about Budapest. President shared with me their dialogue with Russian side. So we understand for us all the signals from Russians. They are not new, but we count on President, on his pressure on Putin to stop this war.
Mr. President,
please.
Mr. President, President Trump now has on 4 different occasions set deadlines for Putin to enter into either a ceasefire or agree to meet with you, and Putin has not met those deadlines. Do you still trust that President Trump is serious about taking action against Russia?
We trust United States. We trust President that he wants to finish this war, and it's difficult. It's very tough solution. It's understandable why. And for us, it's essential, our land and our country, because it's a part of our independence, not just, just meters or, this is very important. It's about our sovereignty. So we think that that it was also difficult to manage in the situation in the Middle East, and if President was successful in it, I hope that he will manage this situation.
Please don't forget to introduce yourself.
President, can you confirm that you just completed a phone call with European leaders who were on this call and topic you discussed?
I'm so sorry that I'm late. You waited, sorry, and we had just after meeting with President and his team, we had now conversation with our strategic partners. I had phone calls, common phone call with our group, the main leaders of Coalition of the Willing. It was both presidents, Ursula von der Leyen and Antonio Costa of EU and Commission, and then it was President of Finland, Alex Stubb. It was Prime Minister of Norway, Jonas, and it was also Prime Minister of United Kingdom, Keir Starmer. Thanks to Giorgia Meloni, she participated. Thanks to her, and also it was the Secretary of NATO, Mark, and I think that also Prime Minister of Poland, yes, not to forget everybody All of them are our big friends.
What did you tell them, Mr. President?
Sorry?
What did you tell them?
No, they, of course, they know the topic. One of the topic what we discussed with President Trump was about security guarantees. We want United States be a part of security. We count on the leadership of the United States. We spoke about it, and of course, but coalition of the Willings, it's our main European partners. And of course, United States. We spoke about it, and we spoke our conversation about air defense is very important. You know, when drones attacks, it's useful to speak. It's difficult, and we spoke also about program Pearl. You know that United States and President, they opened for us this corridor for Europe, for NATO, and the delivers came from these countries and also from others, but from these countries. So Europe pay for this and then give us weapons. So we spoke about it.
CBS NewsHour to his letters. President Trump sounded doubtful that Ukraine could regain all territory that Russia occupies, even though he has said the opposite recently. What do you think he believes?
Of course, the question of territory is a very sensitive question, very sensitive and the most difficult, really, question. My position, I know that Russians has another position. They want to, they really want to occupy everything. But now they want, before any kind of ceasefire, make a deal about land, about our territories, and etc. Our position is that, look, first we need ceasefire, so we need to sit and speak and to understand where we are. And I think this is the most important first step. That is where we are. I think that President understands that the most difficult questions will be in any kind of negotiations, in any format of negotiation, will be the territory of, it's a pity, but the territory of Ukraine. So, but...
Mr. President, Commander of the DW News, thank you. How does President Trump view Ukrainian strikes on Russia's oil sites? And is Ukraine coordinating this with the U.S.?
No, really, we didn't speak about it. We didn't speak about our answers on strikes, air strikes on Ukrainian energy system, our answers to Russian side. No, we didn't speak about it.
Why do you think Vladimir Putin is avoiding you? Is he afraid of you?
Sorry?
Why do you think Vladimir Putin is avoiding you? Is he afraid of you?
President Trump is not a secret. I think that he said it. I think he said that Putin hates me. But I think, look, I think this it's strange if they try to kill all of us. So I will have another attitude to this person. I have the same attitude to this man. Sorry? Нацин? Це не про почуття, до речі. Це не про почуття. Для мене і для кожного українця вони на нас напали, і тому це для нас ворог. Вони не хочуть зупинятися, це ворог. Це навіть не про те, що хтось когось ненавидить. Хоча, безумовно, ми ненавидимо ворога. Безумовно. Didn't have enough time to speak about sanctions. Sorry, we had a long meeting. Thanks again to American side, but we didn't have enough time to speak about everything. But we decided that we will have some phone calls in some, I don't know, week or days.
Can you confirm you did not speak for one moment about Tomahawk missile? Can you give us any figures you have on drone you're going to send to the US in return for this war?
Sorry, what about Tomahawks?
Sorry.
Колеги, може допоможіть.
Чи згадував він про томагавки?
Чи був хоч один момент, коли ви говорили про
Yeah, we spoke about tomahawks. I'm open with it. We want very much. Yes, and President already, I think that American side said that. Look, we have to understand because we don't have. I mean, we need them, and this is the position of American side for today. But nobody. I mean, nobody canceled this dialogue, this topic. Yes, so we just we have to work on it more.
Was there any specific number?
I can't share such details. Ask American side, please. It's your weapon.
Newsmax, please. Newsmax, please.
Nana Sajaya, Newsmax. Mr. President, in your conversations with the White House, is White House offering you any concessions, any territorial concessions?
We understand Russian proposition, and this you remember this swaps of territories and etc. I'm not sure that Russia changed their position. I'm not sure because we didn't have any kind of meetings to understand positions of both sides. So nobody can finish this without Ukraine. You know that's why this is a sensitive issue, as I said, about territories. You will see it will be very difficult moment in these negotiations, but I'm sure that we will have negotiations.
Вибачте, хотів українською запитати,
Будь
бо
ласка.
ми зараз транслюємося в Україні.
Будь ласка.
У нас же і без томагавків достатньо американської далекобійної зброї, яка могла б у відповідь наносити удари і захищати населення людей. Те, про що говорять і пишуть дуже багато в Вашингтоні, що начебто є проблеми з дозволами, є проблеми з використанням. Чи дійсно це так?
That is the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskiy at a press conference in Washington, D.C. He took questions after a very short statement where he talked about American-made weapons. He actually drew upon the idea of long-range weapons, saying he wasn't going to comment on that. A lot of reports there about him asking for Tomahawk cruise missiles. He referenced the Budapest meeting that was going to take place in a couple of weeks' time, says dialogue with Russia is important and we trust the US. And he also talked about security guarantees as well. He also said that he spoke to the Coalition of the Willing, which is Ukraine's allies, including the EU and the UK. He also talked about territory, said that'll be one of the most difficult questions. Now, Malcolm Webb is in Kyiv. Malcolm, you were listening to that as well. No major breakthroughs, no major agreements. Were we expecting a major agreement there? This seems like treading water.
Well, Zelensky's hope for Tomahawk missiles had already been dashed on Thursday when Trump, having previously suggested that they would consider providing the long-range weapons, then indicated following Trump's call with Putin that he would not. As you mentioned, Zelensky said they did discuss it. It's not off the table completely, but Zelensky said we need to work on it more. He did say that he believes that there would be negotiations, that would happen, but he said he didn't know if Putin's position on Ukrainian territories had changed. Russia wants to keep the territories that it currently controls in eastern Ukraine and others. Well, that's what it previously said. And as he mentioned as well, he said that this would be the most sensitive topic in those negotiations when they take place.
Malcolm, let's unpack a little bit for our viewers this idea of territory, because clearly it's going to be, to quote, the most difficult question. That's an exact quote from Zelensky. These territories in the east, it's not as simple as just lopping them off and giving them to Vladimir Putin, which is what initially Trump was planning to do. The Ukrainians have actually fought back against this. So it is going to be a very, very, very tough negotiation when it comes to territories. But is there a feeling in Ukraine that some sort of territory will have to be given up to the Russians?
Well, as you say, Trump earlier at the start of the year, shortly after he took office, implied that Ukraine would have to give up these territories. Now, that's something that's completely unacceptable to the Ukrainian government. Opinion polling here in Ukraine shows that the majority are against it. But over the last year, the minority who said they would consider it has slightly increased. Some people would say that it was worth it to have peace, but still a significant majority, according to the opinion polls, would not agree to that. Now, what we don't know is what Trump's position on this now is, having last month, when he met Zelensky at the UN General Assembly, said that Ukraine should fight and take all of its territory back. At that time, it seemed that Trump's patience with Putin had worn thin, but his patience seems to have been restored following that call on Thursday. Zelensky says that Putin will need to be pressured to come to the table, and that's the only thing that would bring about any results, whether that's with tougher sanctions or more military support.
Malcolm Webb live for us there in Kyiv. Just